says, I'm going to be using something that's been in my eyeshadow palette kind of box for a long time. This is the Rimmel Scandeleyes 005 Sunset Bronze. So a nice one to do for winter time. Skincare is already on. It was the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I do this day and night, even though it's synchronized multi-recovery complex. And then I do currently using the vitamin C brightening serum, 25 SPF. Let me just check on the comments before we do anything else. And do let me know. Hi, Kindred Angels. How are you? I'm doing a little bit better today. I've had a lot of rest because I haven't had work today, so that's good. I've got a couple of days off. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day. It's great to kind of be able to catch up with you guys on lives. It's really good. I've only been doing them since last April, but I really enjoy doing them. I've got a new video out, guys, as well. It's just everything that I got makeup-wise with my gift card from Amazon over Christmas. So yes, do look at that. So yes, guys, this is going to be kind of like a very bronzy look. It's something that I never go to, and I feel really guilty. And I was looking at all my stuff today, and I was thinking, I never actually go near this very much. So it was in my Rimmel video. And it's kind of one of those, I don't know why I'm never really drawn to it, but we're going to try something with it today. So yeah, all my skincare is done. So ready to go with that. You were laughing at something very funny. Oh, good. What was it? What was it? Oh, you watched the Rimmel one. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I thought Rimmel have come out with really good. Actually, I've got something of theirs today that I'm going to put on after the foundation, which is the Multitasker Better Than Filters. That's been an amazing thing for me. It's the Hollywood Flawless from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a dupe for that, but it's great. It can be a primer, everything. It's great, but I'm going to use it like as a highlight today. So we're going to go back in and stick with the Rimmel, and it's Glow It Up. Now I do have the Maybelline Lifter foundation. That's in the video previous to this. Yeah, it's a great Maybelline Lifter foundation. Take a look at the video. It was amazing to actually do. What I'm going to do with the Maybelline foundation, guys, is do a 24-hour wear test, and I'll record it so you can see how it is, because this was a first impressions on the last video. First impressions, I thought it was amazing, guys, but I want to see like how it wears throughout the day, so I will do that too. This is the Kind and Free Glow It Up, and they do have Blur It Out. So Blur It Out is for really big pores, things like that. One of my friends I support on YouTube, she's a great woman. Oh, lovely, that's good. It's moisturizing as well. So again, it doesn't have SPF, so definitely pop on your SPF. We're going to go in with primer first, sticking with Rimmel. Not everything is Rimmel, but this is, remember I've been saying, guys, that my, okay, Kira, okay. Is that another person on YouTube you're talking about? So sticking with Rimmel, we're going in with the Lasting Finish 48-hour Hydration Boost. And it's a face plumping primer. So again, lots of kind of nice skincare in there as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to start, and it's got a pump as well. So you don't really, look how it's almost like a lotion, guys. Look how it kind of almost glides down. So we're going to pop that on now. So this is 48 hours of moisture. Not that you would have to... oh, it's me. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, I was wondering. I thought you meant like somebody else. Oh, okay, thank you. That's really kind. Really kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Typical of me to misunderstand that, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I do those kind of things all the time, honestly. It's so funny. But yes, thank you for that. That's a very nice compliment. So as you can see, guys, it feels like a moisturizer or a lotion. Again, it's the Lasting Finish 48-hour Hydration Boost Intense. Now, it really has got an intense kind of feel to it. You definitely feel like you're moisturizing your skin. I've got my water today, so there we go. I'm starting back on my green smoothies next week, guys. If you know my channel for a long time, I have a whole playlist of green smoothies over the years that I've done. So I have to start doing that. So how was everybody else's day, or where you are? Is it still kind of morning? Let me know. Okay, so the primer has gotten kind of a chance to kind of really stick to the skin now. So we're going to go in with that Glow It Up from Rimmel. And it is their original, if you remember, original Rimmel Kind and Free, kind of their like skin tint. This is just the updated version. So we're going to pop that on. I'm glad you're having a good day. So this is what it looks like here. Oh, it's 3 p.m. in Canada. Wow. What's the weather there at the moment? What's it like? Snowing. Oh wow, snowing a lot. Yeah, well, it's, I guess, January time. We're having a lot of rain and kind of ice kind of on the roads and things like that. It's quite, so this is what it's like. Again, it's very moisturizing. It's a tinted moisturizer, so you're not going to get that thickness of a foundation. So we're just going to pop that on. But if you're interested to find out about the Maybelline Lifter foundation, definitely check out the video I did today. And again, I will do a wear test during the week as well. Okay, so this is, and you'll see, guys, how glowy this is. So it is called Glow It Up. So do be prepared. I've done this on another, I think on the Rimmel video itself, we did it, and it was quite glowy. So we're going to use the Real Techniques foundation brush. It's cold a little. Oh, sometimes once it snows, it actually, the temperature goes higher, but it has to get to a certain point of freezing to snow. But then when it does snow, the actual temperature goes a little bit warmer. But it's just cold and kind of rainy here at the minute. But if you've been to England before, or Ireland, I should say, that is kind of typical weather. We did go through a summer a couple of years ago where it was so hot, and it's not like England to get that, or Ireland. But yeah, we got a really hot summer. But yes, guys, it's really nice to see you guys here on the live. So if you're quite new here, my name is Kira. I have a makeup channel here, but outside of YouTube, I'm a support worker for young adults with autism and Down syndrome. And then here I do makeup and makeup reviews, and I have done a couple of mental health videos as well. So that's kind of where that's at. So you can see, guys, I think I might need a little bit extra, actually. Just seeing that there, I've got brand new makeup separators coming from Amazon. You'll probably be able to see it in the background. It'll be in my background, but it's just those white separators. Stop having all those. I have a couple of those travel cases from when I used to be a freelance makeup artist. So that's where all my makeup is stored, in those black travel cases. But I just want one place to store all my makeup. So I got it off of Amazon. It's like white, and it has like 7 drawers. Looks really good. I think it'll be quite kind of useful. It means that I don't have to have all those kind of black bags everywhere. Not black bags, they're actual cases, so it's not a black bag as such. But yeah, it's going to be easier, basically, so much easier. Oh, you got a sad face. So we're just going to do one more kind of half pump, because I can just see there's areas, guys. I've got this is my 3rd one today, so I'm quite good at that. I'm trying my best with the water. So here we go. We're just going to pop it here. So has anybody started their resolutions for the new year? Let me know if you have. I'm trying my best at the minute, but as you know, I haven't been amazingly well. I think for me, it's going to be not saying no to things, not being afraid. Not being afraid to kind of, go places, and not that it's not afraid, but, just stepping out of your comfort zone maybe is the best way to put it. And then obviously I want to try and get healthier as well, definitely. But let me know what you guys plan to do. I was just thinking about, so what were you thinking about? So that's a bit better, guys. I think I just needed a little bit more around this. We are going to go in with concealer. I'm super excited to show you this today, guys, too. It was on my video. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation. Now, when I say powder foundation, if you have really, really good skin, you wouldn't have to kind of go in with the kind of foundation or skin tints. This would actually be enough. It is supposed to be an all-in-one foundation. I want to get it because I want to kind of add some sort of, so I do have obviously the collection setting powder and Rimmel setting powder, but this is kind of more, I guess it's intense, but it's got a stronger ingredients basically, and it does have a little, if you do want to travel with it, a little mirror there too. So it's quite good. We'll use that in a moment or two. I'm in 010, so that's kind of the fairest I think I am, but I did put it in the video as well. So let's go on with the concealer. This is NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. So again, we're going in with serums, guys. Um, so it's got a pump so you don't waste too much product. This is in 01 Fair. There, if you can see it, there you go. And we're just going to pop it where I would usually, now I usually, as you know guys, I use my e.l.f. Hydro Camo Concealer, but I wanted to try this. I never ever really steer away from e.l.f. Sorry. Something you're passionate about because you're kind of lost what you want to do in life, but you see makeup is something you enjoy and you're passionate about. Why not share it? Make a job of it. I tried freelancing for a long time, but it's quite seasonal. So a lot of it is weddings and special occasions and things like that. But for if you were to go into a job, it's usually like one makeup brand and things like that. And a lot of it actually is, and people don't realize this, and it's only because I've obviously looked into it, is say you love makeup like I do, and I've often thought about kind of going into maybe, you know, working in a store. Unfortunately, a lot of those places are like commission based. So it actually starts to not become about the makeup so much and more about how much you sell, which kind of defeats the purpose of just. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do something that just, as you say, makes me happy. And traveling for me, I think at the minute is something I want to do. I don't want to kind of miss out on things. One place I don't want to go, but I know it's quite expensive, guys, is even if it was for like a 4-day trip, is Norway. I'd love to go to Norway, and just kind of journal the whole thing. I want to go and see my mum more in Ireland. I want to be able to see her a little bit more because I don't get to see her as much as I'd like to. So it's kind of, you can see it does blend in really quickly. And it's the right, I think it's just the right kind of color match for me. So I'm just blending all of that in. And then we're going to go in with the, just to kind of add a little bit of highlight, we're going to go into the Rimmel the Multitasker Better Than Filters. It's a primer. It's a primer, it's a highlighter, and it's a glow booster. So we're kind of going to use it as a glow booster. Do you video call your mom? Yes, every day, every single day. Yeah, we do. When I used to work just in schools, when I used to work like with elementary kids, we used to get the school holidays, so I used to be able to go over a lot more. And now because I work in healthcare, they don't have like set holidays, so I don't go over as much as I used to. So just gonna, but yeah, absolutely. She's gonna come here, I'm gonna go there, but we FaceTime a lot. I'm gonna try and get in 2027, we're going to try and plan a holiday to Portugal, because we went there when I was a teenager, to the Algarve, and we did a kind of session where we swam with dolphins. That was amazing, swimming with dolphins. Oh my goodness. So we did that, and the last time I was in Portugal was 2023, and I actually vlogged it, so it's on my channel. And I went to the Algarve, and that was amazing. So I think something special for me and my mum would be to go back to somewhere like that. What are you worried about your mum? Is she sick? You can see it's just okay. So we're kind of just getting all that coverage basically. Now what I'm going to do is go in with that hybrid foundation powder. Oh, is your mom sick? This is it, guys. So it does come in various colors. This is 010 Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Foundation. That's what it looks like. She had bad drinking habits. Oh, wow. I'm sorry about that, because that can affect you for sure. I've had a family member go through that, and it affected everybody. So I completely sympathize with you there. So do you still live with her? I think when they get so used to having that alcohol, it's hard for them to um, imagine life without it. It almost becomes a comfort for them. But then unfortunately, they can't take care of themselves. So I really sympathise with you on that. I'm really sorry. Yes, you did say they're your legal guardians before. Sorry. Yeah, you're not work. Yeah. Okay. Well, that do you still kind of have contact? Do you even like once a week or anything? Do you talk on the phone or? I mean, your aunt and uncle seem like they're really, really good people. So that's amazing. Um, okay, so it's sort of coming together. You're trying to help her. Okay, it's kind of when they want the help themselves that everything falls together. But you're you're doing great. You've got your aunt and uncle as your legal guardians, but definitely when she wants the help, you're there. But unfortunately, you can keep talking to somebody and showing them the benefits, but until that changes in their minds, um, it doesn't change, and it can be really frustrating, especially if they're obviously and upsetting if they're a close relative like a mom, for sure. Do you have any brothers or sisters? So this is just the Rimmel, the multitasker. It's a it's a three in one. So it's the contour, the bronzer, and the sculptor. So you can. I'm just going to do a bronze today. I'm not going to go any kind of more dramatic than that. She doesn't listen. We tell her not good. Everybody in the house. Okay. Does she live on her own? Sometimes when they don't have anyone to talk to, it's kind of like their own worst enemy because they don't have anyone to kind of relate back to them. I have two sisters and two brothers, but the older brother and sister have moved out. I'm not close to the older ones. Okay. Oh, so does your mum live with you? Is that what you mean? Oh, I see. Okay, she's not being at work. Okay. So what does your aunt and uncle think? Are they trying to get her help or have they tried? I'm sure they must have tried over time and just, I do understand that. So that was just the bronzer. You can use it as a sculptor and a contour, but I'm just using it as a bit of a bronzer today. Now we're going to go in with a blush, which is, it's good that she lives with you though, because at least she has that support system. And also you guys can kind of keep track of what she's doing and things like that, which is really, that must make you feel a little bit at ease, so even if it's where she is, kind of thing. This is the NYX Buttermilk blush, and it's in Feeling Butter. They came out with I think 15 different shades, but I really do hope, Kindred Angels, that my uncle is my aunt's husband. My parents are married. Okay. So this is terracotta, and it's got a very nice smooth texture. It's actually a blush, so it's butter than before. Smells kind of that kind of candy smell to it. We're going to go really, really light, guys, because these are very strong. So, which isn't a bad thing. They do last longer for that reason, but they are very, very strong. So we're just going to use I get mad when I find things in her room. She hides it. Oh, so she hides alcohol, you mean? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I do. I have a family member who went through phases of being really good and then phases of not so good. But the fact that your mum lives with you, your aunt and uncle can kind of keep an eye on things. You're there, so you know where she is. That's kind of like, a relief in a way. But obviously, I get it. It's not completely a relief because she's still drinking. So I'm really sorry about that. It does affect the families as well as that person. So absolutely, and especially the children. Absolutely. So I'm really sorry about that. I'm not close to her. She works a lot, but I care. Oh, absolutely, you care. You're her daughter. I mean, absolutely. I would care as well if that was my parent. I tried to do everything I could. Um, So absolutely. So this is the terracotta, guys. And you see how quickly I did bring in that bigger brush because that's how strong it is. You can see it was a very light cover, but it got very kind of strong very soon. So we're going to use what's left on the brush and we're going to come over here like that. I'm just dabbing it, and then we're going to then blend that out with the brush. And then as you can see there, so you get that it's definitely kind of more of a sort of a terracotta brown, but you can certainly see the difference between the bronzer. That's what I was afraid of when it came, that it looked more like a bronzer, but actually you can see the difference. There's a completely different color change there, so you can certainly differentiate between them both basically. Yes, she told me she wanted to die and take care of everything. That's a lot to handle. Why she's like this. Ah, that is a lot to handle. She needs professional help. I agree with you. Hi, Alfie. How are you? Absolutely. Yeah, I know it's you. How are you doing? Yeah, professional help is probably the best thing. Okay, guys. I know it's very tough. What I'm going to do first is just before we do anything, I'm going to go in with the Alice in Wonderland. It's from Wet n Wild, and it's the Talk. I'm glad you're good. Tea Anyone, and it's the bronzer. It was a special edition, so I don't think it's around anymore. But I'm just going to, all I'm going to do is kind of just go around the bronze areas. You're good, Alfie. That's good. Hello. She used to have a therapist, but it was only texting on her phone. Oh, okay, so it wasn't somebody she went to see. My day was good, Alfie. Thank you. I had a day off today, so it was quite nice to have the day to myself. Not in person. You wish she took care of herself. Oh, of course you do. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. All you can do is kind of be there for them, can't you? But it's still tough saying that. Absolutely. So you can swirl your brush through this. So this is the Wet n Wild Alice in Wonderland Tea Anyone. And it is a limited edition. But they do have certain colors like this still. This is just all in one particular pan. So you can swirl the brush around, or you can just use a highlight if you want to. So this is the highlight. Alfie, you're 9. Oh, you're 9 years old. Okay. How was your day in school today? Did you go to school? So that's kind of it's like a gold. We're going to go in with that brush. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to swirl the brush around and just put it in the areas we put the bronzer, basically. But you were at school. You had a good day in school then, Alfie. That's good. I'm glad. Your skin is glowing. Thank you. Whoa, I remember when I was 9. So do I. Yeah. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to get that contour brush again because it's a little bit more concentrated and where we can put the... And I had a good day at school. I'm glad. Just going to swirl it really lightly around. And we're just going to go over the bronzer that we did just to set it. I'm glad you had a good day at school. Do you get homework, Alfie? Okay, so we're just really just, because it was a bronzer liquid stick, I just wanted to make sure that it was set properly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go in with the brows, and that is, I just had it a moment ago. Yeah, here it is. It's the Rimmel, Revolution Duo Stick. So you've got your pen on one side and the brush on the other. I'm just going to take some water. How's the weather treating you? It's cold here. Alfie, you live in England. Same here. Are you into gaming? But yeah, it's been cold here. But I'm glad to have a few days off. My blood test was yesterday, so hoping everything goes okay. So this just brushes everything into place, and then you've got the pen on the other side, and that just kind of makes it look just a bit more tidy. And then this is what it looks like. Here it's just a twist. I'll swatch it for you guys so you can see. That's what that looks like. It feels like Christmas just went by so quick. I feel like. But January is always one of those months, isn't it, that we all just want it to get brighter, and it's not. Do you get a lot of homework, or just like one? We used to have Friday. They used to not give us any homework for the weekend, which was quite good, unless we had a test coming up or something. They would not give us Friday homework on a Friday. So I always looked forward to Fridays. Okay. So how's everyone else's kind of day in itself been? What you've been doing? So that's kind of quite quick to do, guys. So I did try, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, the Eyelure tinted brow. And I liked it for a while, but personally, I don't think I just want to keep redoing it. So that's it, guys. We've done the brows. The eyeshadow look. Here we go. Saying something about the comments. Sorry, guys, just a second. Sometimes it just comes up if it's... Okay, sorry, I just came up with guidelines for some reason. Okay, so this is it, guys. It's not very complicated at all. Again, as I said before, it was in the bottom of my drawer, and I thought I need to start using it. So this is probably my second time looking at it here. So it just hasn't been something I went to. It's called Sunset Bronze. So it's definitely lovely, lovely kind of colors, but it's just not anything I ever reached for. And I thought it's a nice wintry kind of look. Hi, Total Edits. How are you? Long time no see for sure. Yes, I'm meant to game. I play Fortnite and Roblox. Wow, amazing. So this is what it looks like, guys. So we'll probably cut the crease with this one, and that just means you go above the lid and you just kind of section out with a kind of matte brown. That's what we're going to do with that one. I'm going to go with an e.l.f. fluffy brush. My fourth water today, guys. Oh gosh. Are you playing today or tonight? Okay, so we're going to go, as I said before, I'll just swatch it so you can see it. Yeah, kind of a very medium tan brown, basically. But definitely, guys, if you like this content, I would really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It gives me more control of what I can do for you guys. I'm just doing my dual-ended brush here because I don't want too much of it. And I'm just going to kind of place it here. You can see why I'm using this brush because it's really strong. And I only wanted to go at a certain area. As you can see, so that's why I used a smaller brush. Okay, and we're just going to go, make sure it's facing the right way. And I'm thinking of going live more than 3 times a week. If I get the time to do it, it would be better to kind of, it's great doing the longer form content videos. I've always enjoyed it, and that's how I started. But talking to you guys is, I think I really enjoy it, and you guys do too. And it's just nice to kind of interact with you guys. Okay, so it's a strong brown, and that's why I went in quite with a smaller brush. Now what we're going to do is just kind of buff that out with the fluffier brush from e.l.f. Roblox is fun. Do you have you grown a garden? Ah. So we're just gonna fluff that like that. And of course I didn't use my Profusion primer, but that's okay. I desperately need new clothes, guys. I have done so much, I've got so much stuff for the house, and I need to go and just go when I get paid. I'm just going to go to Oxford and just go and get I shopping online. All my friends do it, and sometimes they get really good results, guys, but I always find like it might be nice online, but when you get it home, it might not actually be the same. So it's better to actually be in that's how I feel anyway. Everyone's different, but I like to kind of go. I've got a friend who can't, she can't really handle crowds, so we can't go shopping together. It's just because she gets really kind of anxious around too many people, and sometimes in Oxford City it can be, obviously it's a bit like London. I mean, it can be Saturdays particularly are just like it's so busy. So I understand that. So I'll probably just pop in maybe on Friday or Saturday in 2 weeks' time and go into like River Island and stuff like that just to see what they've got. Because I think like sizes, and sometimes there's like new kind of designs that you haven't seen before that you might want. The only thing I do get online is Skechers trainers. I love Skechers trainers, so I do get those. So yeah, but I just feel like online shopping is good sometimes, but not. I don't know. I'm starting to go the opposite way, where I used to always go online. Now for clothes, I just go into Oxford. So that's it, guys. I blended that out. Again, I haven't really gone into this in a long time, so I'm really trying to make use of that. I'll just catch up on. Let me just catch up. Total edits. My sister had this same makeup palette with different glitter. So when I was a kid, just out of curiosity, I scraped all the plate off, and you can see what happened to me. Okay, do you mean you scraped all this out? Did you do anything for the few days you had off? Yes, it's very memorable to talk to you, young lady. I only had my first day off was yesterday, so I have until Tuesday off. So it's not really completely finished. Yesterday I had blood tests, which is not very exciting because I was in hospital on Sunday. Yeah, it's I wasn't feeling amazing. I was in A&E, and then but now I'm fine. And the next few days I'm seeing my friend Sophie tomorrow, and we're going to walk her dog in Blenheim Palace. So kind of little bits and pieces I have to do. But yeah, it hasn't finished yet. I'm still on my few days off. You've grown a garden. Clothes shopping is better in person, yes. Alfie, I play Drama Dash. I'm your daddy. Online shopping isn't what they actually show on pictures when you receive it. See, that's what I have bought clothes on Shein and things like that, and even on other websites, and it looks really nice in the picture, and you get it, and it doesn't even look like the same. It's not all the time. I won't say that all the time, but definitely, yeah, I bought Christmas pajamas on Shein, and they looked amazing. And then when I got them, even the material didn't even look like the picture. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get a few things. Okay, so we're going to go into the inner corner with this one. I'm going to use my finger, so we're just going to go into the inner corner, and I'm just going to take that outwards. Did I bring a lipstick with me? Yes. Today we are doing the NYX Squishy Lip Balms, and mine is in Snuggle Season, so that's what we're going to be doing. I do have a video on the whole set that I got. So yeah, this one here we're doing, guys. It's a 50-50 gamble online shopping. Absolutely. I agree. You're not good at Fortnite. Oh. So again, we're just going to go. Well, it's really popular, isn't it? It's so popular. It's been popular for so long. Fortnite. But Roblox is also, it's become even more popular, I think. So you can see it just gives that kind of brightness, particularly if you've got brown eyes. The kind of brighter color on the inside will just kind of bring it up a bit. Okay, I'm going to take some water in a minute. So as I said, I'm going to start my green smoothies on Saturday or Monday, I think. I can't remember. Okay. But I do thank you all for coming on the lives. When you do come on, it means a lot to me. You know, I'm trying to grow the channel. So for sure, I think, you know, seeing you guys more than 3 times a week. I think I do Sundays. I know today's Thursday, but obviously I was back from the doctor's quite late yesterday, so I would have gone on like usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, but I'm thinking of coming on Thursdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, and Sunday. So we'll see how that goes. Let me know, guys, what you think. Okay, so I was just bringing that a little bit further out. I'm going to take some water. How many hours do you work? Usually 40 a week. 40 a week. And then if I have to do overtime, like as in cover somebody who's sick, I call it overtime. But if you have to kind of cover somebody who might be unwell, I'm just going to go in with my vitamin E skincare. But I'm studying Open University forensic science, so and forensic psychology, because I like to write and I wanted to get more interest. I wanted to get more information on how things work and things like that. So this is just the vitamin E hydrating mist, and it doesn't affect makeup or anything like that, but it's nice to kind of just refresh. And it does dry down to matte. It will, but it just refreshes the skin. It's really good for the skin as well. Alfie, me, 357 day 99 in the forest. So I'm just kind of gonna dry that off a bit. So now that's done, we're going to go in with this kind of coppery color. I don't think I'll use every single color. You could if you wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Is it primer? No, it's not. It's like a hydrating mist. The primer I used, and it's a primer and setting spray. The primer I used, well, I've got, the primer was Lasting Finish, and it was the Hydration Boost Intense 48-Hour Plumping Primer. But the setting, this is the Rimmel the Multitasker. This is going to be the setting spray, but it's also a primer as well, which is, so yeah, but so that's what we're going to use. More is better on live, having the time to get away from the stress of life, just to let go and enjoy a talk. Absolutely. It's just nice, isn't it? It's much nicer, I think, to kind of talk to people, you know. So what I'm going to do is, because that was so strong, I applied it with my finger, but I am going to go in with an e.l.f. fluffy brush just to blend that out a bit. So, but it is, and I think it's really nice to just see other people's point of view when we chat and what we talk about. And I'm always here to talk about makeup, but a lot of the time we end up talking about different things, which is really nice. So you can see that's just giving it a bit more of a coppery, bronzy look, as they say. It is called sunset bronze. So yeah. But the doctor said that I may have been unwell because I don't have enough folate. So they're going to try and get a vitamin folate for me, and it's going to be like a prescription, so it'll be quite strong. Okay, so you can definitely see why there's where it gives sunset vibes for sure. Hi Alfie, you're 67. Okay, as they used to say, sharing is caring. Absolutely. I'm thinking this gold is a little too deep for the inner corner, but you could, if you had blue eyes, I would do this on the inner corner. I have brown eyes, so I didn't want it to be too deep and then not have like a bright inner corner. So that's what we're going to do there. I do have a highlight from Revolution that I wanted to share with you guys. So I'm just going to buff this out. We're getting through this quite quick tonight, aren't we, guys? But definitely take a look at the channel and the videos if you're interested in that. I do mental health videos. There is one coming up in the next 2 weeks, just to say, and I will link the other ones in case you're very new to my mental health videos and you're not really caught up on things. The previous videos will be numbered, so you can kind of look at them before you look at the new one. That might help. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of a highlight as well. This is Revolution's and it is Just My Type. That's what it's called. We're going to curl the lashes. Yep, okay. How much is it if you're sick? Well, we have the NHS over here, so it's called the National Health Service. So we don't, thankfully, our taxes go towards that. So you know, if I went in for an MRI, I wouldn't have to pay. But if I was at home in Ireland, they don't have the national. Everything is privatized. So if I was at home in Ireland and I needed an MRI, I probably have to pay about 100 to 150 euro. So it's we're very lucky in the sense that we have the NHS in the UK. So yes. Um, Hi, Elfie. Okay. So I'm going to curl the lashes, and then we're going to use the Rimmel, the Thrill Seeker, and this is their waterproof black is black. So we're going to do that. Okay. Where did I put my little mini mirror? Yeah, okay. But guys, how have you guys been? Instead of me talking about myself, how have you been? So I just curl the lashes, guys, because I think it does about 50% of the work of a mascara. So it just, the lashes are more curled and defined, as you can see there, and it just helps the mascara. So okay, so now I'm going to go in with that Rimmel, the Thrill Seeker. There is a non-waterproof version, but as I said in my video earlier today, I don't think anybody would really not want their mascara to be waterproof, you know. But yes, having a blood test yesterday, I don't know about you guys, but I'm still scared of needles. I know it's such a baby. I'm such a baby when it comes to things like that. I was okay at the time, but I think it's the build-up in your mind when you go to get blood taken. It's just one of those build-ups, you know, and it's then when they start to prepare it as well. It's just you can just see them preparing it, and oh gosh, yeah, it just makes my stomach. And I'm usually really good with stuff like that. I really am. I'm usually very, very good with stuff. I can watch stuff on TV, no issues like that. But when it comes to having, yeah, I just get, everyone has like a phobia. I think I just have a phobia. So if you feel like you have a cold and fever, something like that, what do you do there? You can go to the doctor, and it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to see your local doctor. It might take some time to see them. There's like, usually, say you call today, they might say, okay, come in on Wednesday. So you might have to wait till then, but you don't have to actually pay. Whereas if it was Ireland, where I'm from, it would probably be just to see the doctor would probably be 75 euro, and that's just to see them. So yeah, but if you felt like you just had the flu and you wanted to kind of, you know, take care of yourself at home, you would probably just try home remedies, like as you said, home remedies. So this is it here, guys. But yes, very lucky to have the fact that if you're really, you know, ill, you can just get to the GP within a couple of days. Obviously, if it's very bad, they'll probably tell you to go to A&E, but you know, you can essentially get it. You've got 6 likes. Thank you. It is nice. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame they don't have it in Ireland. Everything is privatized, but if you're working, usually you get health with your job. So if you get a job in Ireland, usually there's health insurance attached to that. So that usually covers people. But I often feel sorry for like pensioners and things like that, and you know, people that don't have that option. They have to pay like 75 euro just to see the GP. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So you can see as you build it up, guys, it is quite good. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I did curl the lashes as well. So, but yeah, like I've been so unwell. I've gotten MRIs over here, and if that was to happen in Ireland, I would have had to pay. So I'm quite lucky. I do really count myself lucky in that sense. Okay, so that's kind of, you could keep building it, but I appreciate we're on a live. You don't want to see me do mascara for hours on end. So I'll just curl the other lash in a moment. I'm going to take more water. Alfie, you're a boy. Yes, I figured that. Okay. Okay. So are you going to play Fortnite tonight? Or Roblox? I went in and didn't curl the lashes. See, that's me talking and not... Yeah. Okay, we're going to curl them. Okay. Don't put it too far in that you can... I know some people find it quite uncomfortable. But actually, if you don't put your... When I'm talking about curling lashes, don't put it right in. Just see the lash there. You can see it there if I tilt and then start to kind of squeeze down then. I think some people make the mistake of bringing that eyelash curler right to the kind of tip of your eyelid, and that's why it's very uncomfortable. But just don't do that. Go a little bit halfway and you'll be fine. So that's what we're doing there. So Kira, what's your dream? Let's discuss. I will also tell mine. My dream would be to have my own kind of home. I do have my own home, don't get me wrong, but you know, rent-free, mortgage-free, and just be able to decorate it myself. I'm part of all these like decor things on Facebook, so like you can, and I do these AI things where you can decorate your house and things. I love stuff like that. But if it was a dream, I would just be doing writing full time. I have written a book years ago. It's on my YouTube somewhere. But I'd like to start getting more into writing, that kind of thing. So that's kind of my thing. You're a big girl, needles shouldn't scare you. Well, everybody has a fear, you know, a phobia, you know. You know, I think it's not the scare. I think it's like the physical watching them put it together. So it's not like a scared as in frightened. It's like watching them prepare the needle, all that kind of stuff. The thought of it, yeah. And when they have to, you know, use that tie to kind of make sure they get your vein. Oh, yeah. That kind of stuff just makes me feel, yeah, ill, you know. So I don't mean scared in the sense, you know, of being scared as in somebody scaring me. It's the kind of thought of it all, the build up to it, and visually seeing it. Me one. Okay. Okay. What's your dream total edits? You tell me yours. Okay. Just trying to get it to the same level. Again, as I said before, you could still keep going with that if you wanted to. Okay. Right, we're going to go to the NYX Squishy Lip Balms. Mine is going to be in Squeeze and Sizzle, so I'll show you that. So that's it. I think you could certainly go with different colors with that eyeshadow palette. I kind of went for the more oranges, that kind of thing, the orange tone there. You could use the darker ones if you wanted to, but I thought let's kind of do the sunset look. My tablet's on 1%. Oh gosh, okay. Well, thank you for joining for the time that you did. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go on to this NYX. And I do have a video, guys, of doing all of them. So this is the NYX Squishy Lip Balms. This is in Snuggle season. So we're going to use that. And I always warm it up at the back of my hand. But thank you, Alfie, for coming on when you did. Have a really good day at school tomorrow. We're almost finished up. This is what it looks like on the back of the hand. And I'm going to... Okay. Okay, now you can see why I took it out of the container, guys. So if you check my, I did an entire video on, I got a set of 5 on TikTok. And what I was finding was when I was trying to apply it, it was coming out a little bit like chunks were coming out. So it's a nice color, so I tend to warm it up on the skin. But even when I did that, you can see little chunks were still there. So it's not something I go to all the time. I'm trying to do like I did with the eyeshadow palette. I'm trying to kind of go for what I, you know, what I don't usually go for. And so we're just going to, like, it's super buildable basically. And this is called Snuggle Season. Once you think bad, the muscles tense up, then you will feel the needle relax and breathe, little baby. Okay. I wouldn't say I'm a baby. I would just say that it's a normal reaction to somebody that has kind of just a little bit of a nervousness to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is just get rid of that. I'm going to show you that Rimmel the Multitasker Primer and Setting Spray. It smells absolutely amazing, guys. It really does. Let me know what you think of that Rimmel Scandeleyes. So my main dream is to buy a home in a place like Switzerland near a waterfall. Rainy, sunny weather, cloudy, where I could sit without any tension and also be the successful that whatever my mom wants, I can buy for her. Oh, that's amazing. That sounds absolutely amazing, Total Lettuce. And what a lovely thing to do for your mom. And Switzerland, that sounds really nice as well. And waterfalls, that all sounds amazing. That's a really good dream to have, a really good dream. So I'm just going to spray this, guys. So it's a matte finish, so it is going to dry matte. And this is the Rimmel, the Multitasker Primer and Mist Setting Spray. So that is Total Edits. That's lovely. That's one of the nicest things I've heard in a long time. Waterfall in Switzerland and have a home there with your mom and buy what you want for her. That sounds lovely, honestly. Really nice. I always hope that my dream is that I get a place in Portugal in the Algarve. That's my kind of version of Switzerland for me. I've visited the country about 3 times now and I just love it. But like you say, that's your dream. So definitely reach for your dream. Okay, I'm going to just take some. That's a really nice dream to have. Are you still studying? I thought, were you studying before, if I remember right? Now what we're going to do is just do a little bit of highlight. I don't know, but just telling you, I'm getting super excited. Yeah, I mean, that does sound absolutely amazing. Waterfall and a house in Switzerland with your mom being able to, yeah, that sounds really, really nice. Really nice. I hope you get there. I really do. I hope you do it. Because I think your mum would be proud of you no matter what, because you're studying. But I think you could both spend a lot of time together, couldn't you, if you were doing something like that? Yes, reach for it, son, like the good son you are. Yeah, I'm still studying. Was it? It wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't engineering, was it? Because Rumpelstiltskin was on, wasn't he? And he was talking about engineering. He hasn't been on in a long time. I'm just going to put. This is just a highlighter from Revolution. It is the Just My Type is what it's called. You can use your hands if you want to, but I'm kind of just giving it a little bit of a. The reason I put it over it is because this is a primer. If you're wondering, she set her face already, but this is actually a primer and a setting spray. So if you want to do something afterwards, like makeup, you can. It's not going to affect anything. So we're just going to put it here. That a little bit in here. Just kind of gives a little bit of a. Okay. Yeah, you haven't forgotten. No. I remember because we used to, when Rumpelstiltskin was on, we used to talk a lot about it, didn't we? About your study. Is it engineering? Or am I off the mark? I know Rumpelstiltskin was engineering and he was on like a year's hiatus, wasn't he? He took a year out or something like that. So guys, we're kind of at the end of it now, but it's really good talking to you all. Yeah, I think Rumpelstiltskin was, if I'm the engineering, and he was on a hiatus, and then You aren't mathematics, or else you were engineering. Now I usually have an amazing, like I can remember something from 10 years ago, and now I remember you were studying. I remember what Rumpelstiltskin was doing, and I'm nearly sure you were engineering, but I didn't want to get it wrong. I got it. Yes, you're engineering. Amazing. I thought I was starting to lose my mind there, but I do remember we had really good conversations about that. His channel is gone. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's okay. A couple of other people were asking me about him. And he hasn't been on in a while. And I checked for his channel, and his channel is down. So I don't know what happened. Hopefully he's okay. So let's go through the products we did, because now it's kind of finished. You could certainly do lashes and vamp it up a little bit if you were going out at night. You could use a red lip if you wanted to. You could go a lot stronger on the highlight. I think for me, this is kind of the strongest I'd go. But yes, you could do liner and mascara, the whole, lashes. But this is kind of the essence of it, guys. My hair was dyed, so I'm going to condition it tonight. In the shower, I'm going to use a new conditioner that I got from Garnier. You leave it in for like 10 minutes. Yes, it's a little bit too dark for my liking, but I'm getting used to it. Well, I'm glad I got it. How is your studying going? Total Edits. How is it going? Blonde hair. I went to it kind of turned into like Morticia Adams style. But yes, I am going to let it, because it's like one of those semi-permanent, what I'm going to do is let it kind of calm down and wash out, and then there's a place called Makeover Palace here, and they're probably going to do the highlights, just the caramel blonde highlights. So they said give it about 1 to 2 months, give the color time to just kind of come out, and then we'll do the highlights. So yeah. Oh, is it? I hope the channel got recovered as early as possible. Yeah, I hope so, but I know he was living on his own, if I remember. He had a cat. He didn't speak to his family. And so I was thinking afterwards. So I did search for him, and his channel, it said deactivated or something like that. So I do hope he's okay. I do hope he's okay. Because I know he used to talk a lot about wanting to see his family, and then for whatever reason, I think his family were around, but I don't think they spoke for whatever reason. So I do hope, that he's okay. And I think sometimes if you're having a hiatus from work, obviously you've got that time, don't you, on your own to kind of think. So I do hope that he's okay. Send positive thoughts to him. And if he ever comes back, he's more than welcome. We all enjoyed talking to him. Okay. Because, life is difficult for all of us. And particularly if people live alone, you have to have a strong mind, and so yeah, it's so he's always welcome back, but his channel seems to have gone down. So okay, guys, so what I'll do is just go through everything I did, because we're just at the end now. I'll just take some water. Very caring, which is good. The one thing I want to show you guys that I obviously just accidentally forgot to pop on was the Profusion. And this is their pigment base, and it's when I used to do like bridal makeup, I used to use this, and it kept on the eyeshadow for at least 10 to 11 hours, if not more. So this is Profusion's pigment base. This is in white. You can get it in concealer color. That's what I would usually use, so I forgot to put that on, so apologies about that. Yeah, my study is kind of sometimes good, sometimes here we get a lot of assignments to submit. I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine. How long do you have left? Did you have exams over Christmas? I'm sure you must have. And then do you have the midterms as well? I remember midterms. Okay, so I'll go from the start, guys. Skincare was the Estee Lauder Advanced Repair for my serum. And then I went in with the Garnier Vitamin C Brightening Serum, SPF 25. Now, let me just go through things. Studying is a very long process. It really is. And depending on what it is, it can be quite concentrated as well. So for our primer, what did we use? This is typical Kira fashion. I put everything away. That's the problem. Okay, so for the primer, I'm just going to go through everything for you guys, so you can kind of, from the start, you'll know what we used. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 48 hours wear hydration boost, hydration intense plumping primer, face plumping primer. Now I'm going for everything hydrating. My skin is going through like a dry kind of stage. Me and my friends, as I said, if you looked at my video earlier, we were talking about, well, I was talking about what we were doing. We're going to try that intermittent fasting. Now I've tried it a few times and it's actually okay. I do 12 to 6. That's my window to eat, and then the rest of the time I don't. So it's like an 8-16 kind of ratio. And then I'm trying to, drink a lot of fluids. Still 3.5 years. Wow. But can you take time off from that, or do you kind of just, how do you relax? How do you kind of unwind? And then after the primer, we did the Rimmel Kind and Free Glow It Up. So that's like I would say it's a skin tint. It doesn't have SPF, so definitely pop your SPF on. I would say that. Then we used a new concealer, because you know me, I always go for the e.l.f. Hydro Camo concealer. We tried NYX, and it's their Bear With Me concealer serum, and that's what really brought me to actually using it and changing things up, is serum. Anything with serum is going to be skincare, so that was what we used. Then to set everything, we used the Maybelline Superstay hybrid powder foundation on top of that. For the bronzer, we use the Rimmel the Multitasker, and this is in medium. And it's like when they say multitasker, it's like a contour, a bronzer, and a sculpt. So it's a stick. So we use that. For our blush, oh, and we set the bronzer with the Alice in Wonderland Wet n Wild Tea ME1. So we did that. Use the Revolution powder highlighter. This is the one here. And this is in Just My Type. And for the blush, if I can find it, because I tend to pop things away. Where have I put? Yes, it was the NYX Time Off. I hope there was a thing like in our syllabus in university. There wasn't in mine, but I wondered if you were able to get some time off, but just to kind of relax. But I know what you mean. There never really is there? This is the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermelt Blush, and mine is in Feeling Butter, and it's like a terracotta, and I'll show you. That's what we used for our blush, and you get quite a lot in there. That's what that is. The eyeshadow, obviously we use Scandeleyes Rimmel London, and this is Sunset Bronze. The mascara was Rimmel the Thrill Seeker, and that was in Waterproof. And our setting spray, the squishy, obviously for the lips, it was the squishy lip balms from NYX. I do have a full video talking about these guys, so it's quite interesting, so definitely take a look at that. And then we used, lastly, for the setting spray, was the Rimmel the Multitasker, which is a primer and a setting spray. So that's kind of where we're at. It's really good chatting to you all. Let me know if lives, more regular lives, as in like maybe 4 times a week, would be good. Nearly to the end. I am going to do my green smoothies on Monday. Let me know. I do have a whole kind of section on my channel of all over the years the green smoothies that I've done. So definitely take a look at that. I might record it, I might not. We'll see how it goes. Message retracted. Okay. Well, I think we're sort of getting to the end now. I think it turned out okay. What in the world does everybody go through this phase? What phase? What do you mean? Do you mean in university? What phase do you mean? Yes, build your channel up more the merrier, is what you mean. Yeah, I think I will. So it'll be Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, and Wednesdays. So Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, basically. Oh, stress. Yeah, absolutely. Stress, for sure. Yeah, I don't think that ever ends, unfortunately. But your house in Switzerland with the waterfall and everything with your mum, that sounds completely stress-free and amazing. So yeah, for sure. And actually, it's nice to have a place that's kind of all seasons, different weather. So yes, you have like your rain, but you have the springtime and things like that. Yeah, so your dream sounds amazing. Phase of restlessness. Oh, yes. That's, I think, when you have so much on your plate that it's too overwhelming to do. And so you just get restless. That's happened to me before, where there's so much going on and you just don't know kind of where to start and you feel restless. You can't rest properly because it's all on your mind, but you still can't figure out how to do it. That's how I kind of, there's too much going on basically. So that's it, guys. You can see it does dry down matte in terms of the Rimmel, the multitasker. My next video, I have been requested actually on the polls to do a skincare and daytime and nighttime, what I use, because you said you were interested in looking at that when I did the poll on my channel. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Going to have a shower and do the conditioning for this. It did come out a lot darker than I realized, but I went to like the hairdresser and she said, give it 2 or 3 months, condition it, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll put in the blonde highlights. So looking forward to that. It looks very good. Thank you. Is it morning there? No, it's probably 9. I would say it's getting on to 9 o'clock in the UK right now. This was the time I could come on. And I've got a pretty busy day tomorrow with Sophie and Tara. So Tara's I haven't had a dog in a very long time, guys. And Sophie inherited Tara from her mum, who sadly passed away. But Tara is just this bundle of energy. She's just kind of changed our whole lives. She's like a cockapoo, she's just so sweet and she's a lovely thing. So yeah, we're going to walk her and maybe go for coffee tomorrow. So no, here I think it's about 9 o'clock. I need to charge my watch. So yeah, I'll take that off actually because I need to charge that. Yeah, it's a nice name, isn't it? Her mum named it Tara. It's very sweet name. So I think we're kind of at the end, guys. I do want to thank you all. Today is Thursday, so given that I'm off, if it suits you guys, there'll be a Saturday a Saturday live. Just because I'm off, I think I'll do that. I'm off work essentially for a while. Whoa, it's 3 a.m. in the morning where you are. Whoa, you need to get some sleep unless you have the day off tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, I really do hope you all have a great day or evening wherever you are. I do want to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy the lives. It's great interacting, like I said, with you guys too. Building up the channel is my hope as well. Yeah, well, it's Friday where you are now. Yeah, that's true. Are you going anywhere, or like, do you have to be up early, or is it kind of you don't have to kind of get up at like 6 a.m.? Wow, the first time on a live where I've completely finished the entire thing. So that's what we're looking at, guys. All my laundry is being done. That's why I'm up here, because when my washing machine goes on, guys, it sounds like you're taking off in a flight. It's one of those washing machines that like it sounds like you're on a Ryanair flight. So yeah, I'm glad that my bedroom's upstairs, because yeah, it's so loud, which is it's fine, but like I used to live in a place where everything was on one floor, and so I used to purposely put the washing on when I went to work so I didn't hear it. So yeah, that's on. I've got the dishwasher on. Yeah, I made dinner quickly today. Guys, if you have any nice recipes, let me know. I'm trying to kind of incorporate different things in. So like a couple of weeks ago, I did lemon chicken. I remember telling you that. Today it was like a stir fry, oriental stir fry. I still have apples. Yes. I was actually asked by a friend, when's the next apple pie? So I think it's like expected that I'm going to make it now. Maddie, hi, that's a lovely name. I'm from Ireland, Dublin in Ireland, but I'm living in the UK at the minute. That's such a nice name, Maddie. Movie night, or are you going to sleep? Do you know what I've started to watch? Oh, I finished it now on Netflix, Bad Influencers. And I think, was it the 8 is Enough on YouTube? She had a channel basically, and there's a documentary has been made about it now. Is it Bad Influencers? And it's only a 3-part documentary. And she was a mum of obviously 5 children, and her and her husband made 8. No, 6 children. Her and her husband made 8. So it's called 8 is Enough, or 8 and Counting, something like that. And actually, it tells you what actually happened, behind the scenes. And one of the sons tried to run away. Anyway, it was like, it's not something that I usually watch, but it came up on, apparently it's number 2 on Netflix right now. So yeah, that was, whoa, that was crazy. So I've finished that. And then something like the Mushroom Murders came up, but I'm not gonna watch that. I think it's when you watch something like that, they recommend something else. But I am on the lookout for a Netflix. The other thing I was to I wanted to watch is, it's literally just gone out of my head. Um uh yeah, Maddie, It Seems Cool. I'd like to watch that. It actually was, in the end, like, the mother was so strict. So one of the things she did was, I think the son was using his phone and she didn't want him to use his phone. She took his bed away, and he was like 15, I think. She took his bed away, and she said really proudly, he's sleeping on the floor. Our house, our rules. But like, then she meets this kind of therapist, and they start to have a friendship, and she divorces her husband, and then the therapist and her move in together with all the kids. And like, it starts out, Maddie, as one of the sons has run away. Like, it's real. One of the sons has run away, and somebody's doorbell camera picks him up, and he's like, please, can I come in? And at that point, he'd actually knocked on 4 neighbors and no one would answer the door. And this time, when he knocks on, an old man answers the door, and he's like, are you okay? And he sees how he is. And oh my God, it's crazy. I didn't even know about her YouTube channel before I saw this. I didn't even know she existed. But apparently she used to make so much money off of YouTube. I mean, but yeah, it's a really kind of, I will say, don't watch it if you're like, I mean, I wouldn't say I would have watched it, but it just came up on Netflix. So yeah, definitely, if you're somebody who likes kind of documentary styles, that kind of thing. Crime, I mean, I wish it was never that thing for them, but you will see how kind of crazy it gets. Yeah, but it's a 3-part documentary, so it's real. I'll just catch up on the comments. Total edits, you haven't done it today. Day after tomorrow is my paper of biology, and I'll wake up at 6 a.m. to study. Oh my gosh, so you need to get to bed. I'm your daddy, mother was to blame, and the therapist as well. The therapist was, cuckoo, I think. They were in a secret relationship. Now, they kind of alluded to that, didn't they? But they never kind of went that far as to say that. They did allude to that, but it never kind of, yeah. Oh, sorry, my day after tomorrow is tomorrow. I think my brain isn't working. Well, it's a long time, it's been a while, since you've been up. Watch the TV show You. Wow. Yeah, I like thrillers and things. So do I. I like them too. I like the crime, forensics and all that kind of forensic files. I like watching that too. Happy, Lily's, hi. What was so interesting? She was not married, but was a marriage counselor. Then treated the kids badly. I know. I kind of thought that through the whole thing. Not that anybody has to have a partner or be married, but she was a relationship counselor and she wasn't married. I don't know. Really odd. Not that it's odd, but I think she was just odd as a person. And I think she kind of, not very obviously, but I think she did break up the relationship, the marriage, kind of slowly, because they were quite close. And then obviously they got a divorce and she moved in with them, and then it was her and the mum and all the kids. So it was really, really weird. But actually, it did show what goes on when parents force children to go online and be all this happy kind of thing. And but she also, there was one, guys, do you remember? I don't know, this was before her show was huge. So she's vlogging in her car, and she just dropped off her kids, and she went shopping, and then she records this. One of the teachers of her little girl, who was 6 at the time, calls and said, oh, you forgot such and such's lunch. And she said, no, I didn't. She's not having lunch today. And this is the teacher. So everybody else was having lunch, and the teacher realized her daughter didn't have any lunch. So she calls her and says, she's got no lunch. And then she records herself saying this as if it's like she's so proud of it. She says, no, and I don't want you to give her lunch. She wasn't good yesterday. It turns out they hadn't fed her since breakfast the previous day. She was 6. I mean, and so, So that was and she was recording herself really proudly. And then when she gets off, she continues to record herself after the teacher. So the teacher actually said, I'm giving her lunch. The teacher was just like, no, I'm giving. She says, don't you give her lunch. She's anyway, my daughter. The phone call ends. She continues to talk to her vlog, and she says, this is what happens when my daughter doesn't listen to me. She can eat tomorrow. And it was like, what? Yeah. So, and you know, I've had friends, you know, guys who have tried to have kids, and then you have these people that have like 6 kids and they're horrendous to them. I just never understand that karma in the world, you know. So yeah, it is really, guys, it's actually. So when YouTube found that video, they let her have her channel, but they demonetized her completely, because that was like, they demonetized her. They said, yeah, you can have your channel, 8 is enough, or whatever it was called, but you're not making money out of this anymore. Because she was almost proud of saying, yeah, she hasn't eaten since yesterday and don't feed her today. And the teacher was like, I think they ended up feeding her, because it's like, but they called, I think, social services, and that's when it all went downhill. But yes, if you're interested in that kind of thing, for sure, I mean, watch it. But it's a little bit scary as well, guys, that there's people out there, you know, and it's all rooted in religion as well. Like they go back to when she was like younger, and she came from this super, super religious, strict family. And yeah, it's all very odd, very odd. Did you see the body cam of the police footage when the little girl was just sitting there for an hour, didn't move because she was scared? Yes, and the police got her food. I think that's the same little girl. I think that's her. Yes, they hid her in they hid her in some sort of safe and said, no, that was different. They hid her in a room and locked the room, and she wouldn't even look up. She was just down, and oh my God, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and I think, you know, some of these were seasoned detectives. They said, we're seasoned, and that means they've been on the job for years and years. And they said, one of the guys just walked out, and you could see, he was like, I need a minute. When he found her, he's like, I just need a minute. And he walked off camera, and he just like, yeah, he needed to just like, because it's crazy. It really is. And it makes me wonder, why do people have children if I think she just saw the monetization and saw the money. And then maybe the children said, we don't want to do it anymore. And that's what got her angry. And maybe that's when she started to kind of mistreat them. Because what 6 and, 15-year-old, how is a 15-year-old going to want to be on like 8 is Enough Children YouTube? You can understand, he's a 15-year-old boy. Of course he wants to be on the phone to his friends, of course he does. And she kind of completely overreacted, took his phone, and then took his bed out of his room. Anyway, we could go on, guys. We could go on. But honestly, guys, it's one of those documentaries that you will not believe, How long is the live going on for, and will you end it? Yes, I will. We're just talking about the documentary. Jodie is her name. Jodie Hillcott or something like that. It's strange. It's a really strange thing. But yeah, I couldn't not. It was 1 a.m, and I was like, oh my God, I need to watch the next 3. I thought, no, yeah. So I got really into it. But yes, yes, we can. Yeah. So I just find these kind of things so surprising. But I'll just say, when YouTube found out, they completely demonetized her and said, look, you can't be making money off of this. But I'm quite surprised they didn't kind of link, because she linked her TikToks and she linked all of her social media. And if YouTube had gone to like Instagram, they would have seen all those videos. They would have seen the video of her denying her daughter lunch for 2 days, or any food for 2 days. But yes, that was it. Have you watched the Fred and Rose West documentary? No, but I have seen, numerous documentaries about them. I have. Well, guys, wow, that was a lot. Yeah. It's one of those things, guys, that, when you watch something, you go, okay, I'm not gonna forget that for a while, and it made me think, like, what do police people go through? They must have really quiet days, and then they have a day where they're called to something like that, and it's just like, wow. Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Yeah, so they're both, needless to say, they're both in jail now. But yeah, it's crazy. But yes, guys, that's the look, really. We are on Thursday, so I'm probably going to be able to do a Get Ready With Me live tomorrow before I go and see Sophie. I'll try to do that. Bye, Maddie. I'm just about to go. We probably would have been off right now. It's my time to get to sleep too, Total Edits. I'm going to jump in the shower, pop on my conditioner, take this off, and then I'm straight to bed. But yes, guys, thank you all for joining. I really do like talking to you guys, and I'll see you soon. My actual next actual official live will be, I only say official because I'm only doing the live tomorrow because I'm off work. I'm usually not off work. So the next one will be Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time. There will be a video in between. Thank you guys for joining. Again, it's lovely to talk to you all. Do consider subscribing. Oh yes, TV show You. I will have a look at that and I'll let you know if you're back on Sunday, 8 o'clock UK time. We can talk about that. I think I've heard of that actually. So for sure, it'll give me something to watch when I'm off. Okay, guys. Great to see you all. I'll see you all very soon. Take care, and I'll see you soon.